different, however, is that these conversations are not on repeat. These individuals have been preparing in their different ways, but there's one thing that is constant. It is live here on 92.3 Nigeria Info, and you are welcome to I Beg to Differ debate. So another pair sat in the hot seats, the captain's chairs, as we now have them in the studio. Clifford, Oluwatoyosi, and our Uminawaji John.
Uminawaji.
John in the studio. Good morning to both of you.
Good morning, sir.
Okay, now it just occurred to me, and I had to ask them off the microphone, if they were from the same schools that were represented in the previous round. Turns out they are. This has now become a bit of a grudge match between his school, that's John's school, and Ms. Oluwatoyosi's school. But now let's get to say hello to our debaters for this next quarterfinals. Ms. Oluwatoyosi, good morning to you.
Good morning, sir.
How are you doing?
I'm doing fine, thank you.
All right, so the weekend obviously was probably more than enough for your preparation. I'd like for you to quickly tell me, did you spend long hours preparing, or did you also have a cultural day? Were you part of that?
Yes, sir, I was part of the cultural day.
Okay, so you wore traditional Yoruba attire?
Yes, sir.
There was dancing?
Yes, sir.
Did you sing?
No, not really.
So you just danced?
Yes, sir.
You were the cultural troupe. Okay, all right. So you found the time, from all the cultural day celebrations to prepare for this debate. Did you have long nights?
Yes, sir, I actually did.
What night? Yesterday into tonight? Into this morning?
Yes, yesterday into this morning.
When did you sleep?
Around 6
a.m.
Yes.
This morning?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Well, the gauntlet has been dropped. Master John, were you also sleepless in preparation?
A little bit, sir.
A little bit?
Yes.
Okay. Did you do anything over the weekend? You didn't have a cultural day celebration?
No, not at all.
Okay, so just being at home, doing your normal things.
Yes, sir.
To prepare. All right. Now, last week we heard that a good number of you would stand or maybe sit before mirrors to do your preparations. Was that the same case this time around?
I did not, sir.
So what did you do in preparation?
Well, when I was beating, I talked to myself while beating.
In the bathroom? You'll be doing your debate in the bathroom?
Yes, sir. I did.
Do you sing in the bathroom too?
No, I don't sing.
It used to be a thing for us back in those days to sing in the bathroom, but I'm not surprised that you guys are not doing it. So you were practicing your lines in the bathroom.
Yes, sir.
Did your siblings or anybody come and like, okay, come on, do this in front of me?
Yes, my younger sister.
Okay.
She's like the madam of the house. So she said I must read, and then when I'm done reading, she'll say, okay, bring your book, let me see. Okay, speak in front of me.
Okay.
Do as if I'm your judge for now. I'm your judge. So I would want you to present in front of me.
Okay. All right. So we have more time later on the show to talk to these contestants. But for now, ladies and gentlemen, we are about to have the debate go into a big overdrive because neither of them know where we are going to this morning. It's time for us to decide. They will decide where their fate lies. It's not in my, in a sense, it's in my hands, but you will decide where we go to this morning for and against the argument. So, Ms. Toyosi, you get to choose, all right? And then Master John, obviously, that gets to you. You may open to reveal what part of this discussion you'll be anchoring on.
Against the argument.
You are against the argument, and that means
for the
you
argument.
are for the argument. The question is, what is the argument? Here it is, ladies and gentlemen. Is it ethical to use animals for entertainment purposes? Is it ethical to use animals for entertainment purposes? Ladies and gentlemen, there's another tricky question. There's another tricky topic, and points are about to be shared. It's time for us to go to I Beg to Differ debate. So, the supporter of the motion, Master John, you know the rules. You get to start us off, and then we'll switch for the rebuttals, and we'll head back to you at the end for the closing remarks. So, Master John, do you understand the rules?
Yes, sir.
All right, let me ask your opponent, do you understand the rules as well?
Yes, sir.
Okay, now we have listeners and watchers from all over the world, and you can do the same. Join them at Nigeria Info PH, at Nigeria Info PH on Facebook, and on YouTube at Nigeria Info PH 92.3, at Nigeria Info PH 92.3. Now, let's get to hear the supporter of the motion. Is it ethical to use animals for entertainment purposes? Well, Master John is saying yes. The question is, would he give us the reason to believe him? 4 minutes on the clock. Master John, your time starts now.
Impartial panel of judges, forever present moderator, worthy opponent, and my wonderful listeners out there. I am Uminawaji John, a student of Community Secondary School, and I strongly support the motion, which is a question. Is it ethical to use animals for entertainment purposes? First of all, before we dive into the argument of today, what is the use of animals for entertainment purposes? The use of animals for entertainment purposes is the practice of using animals in different forms of entertainment. Here are essential points to buttress my argument. 1. Cruel treatment. Many animals in the entertainment industries are subjected to cruel treatment such as physical abuse and neglect. 2. Lack of natural habitat. Animals in the entertainment industries are kept in unnatural habitats, leading to stress and behavioral changes. 3. Exploitation. Animals are exploited for human purposes, regardless of their well-being or welfare. 4. India's ban on animal circuses. In 2013, India banned the use of animals in circuses, citing animal welfare concerns. 5. China's bear bowl farming. China has been frequently criticized for its bear bowl farming, where bears are kept in small cages and subjected to painful procedures. 6. United Kingdom's animal welfare laws. The United Kingdom has strict animal welfare laws, including laws protecting animals in the entertainment. 7. European Union animal welfare laws. The European Union also has strict animal welfare laws, including laws guiding the animals in the entertainment industries. 8. OIE animal welfare guidelines. The World Organization for Animal Health, OIE, has developed guidelines for animals in the entertainment. 9. Social media activism. Social media has become a powerful tool for activism, against animal entertainment. 10. Lack of consent.
I have to pause you there, Master John. You do know you're arguing for the motion.
Yes, sir.
It seems like you're arguing against the motion. The question, once again, the topic is it ethical to use animals for entertainment purposes? Now, you are supporting the motion, meaning you are in support of using animals for entertainment purposes.
Ooh.
Okay, so do you understand where we're going to now?
Yes, sir.
All right. Now, we are going to quickly give you 15 seconds to redress your plans, and then we'll come back to this because we cannot switch it. You are supporting the motion while she is opposing the motion, but it seems you've been arguing against the motion. Ladies and gentlemen, we're fair, and we have always been fair and above board in our presentation. Human errors do occur, and we cannot fault the pressure on the young debater. We'll give him 30 seconds for him to gather his thoughts, and then we'll come back with him arguing for the motion. Stay tuned, please.
I Beg to Differ Port Hackers Season 4 from 24 February to March 10. Witness bright young minds make a case as to why they have the superior argument.
Societies do not grow nor assume identities in isolation, because as Vince Lombardi put it, individual commitment to a group effort is what makes a team work, a company work, a society work, and even a civilization work.
In many developing countries, countries, masses sell up their votes to non-people with questionable character. They recycle old corrupt politicians because their corruption scandal makes little or no difference to their voting decision.
Go beyond the tension, show composure, exhibit fluency, show your oratory skills, and win 1 million naira.
It is villain, malicious, uncharitable, temerity to belittle the capacity of our beloved teachers.
I Beg to Differ Season 4, February 24 to March 10. Tune in weekdays 10 a.m. to 12 noon on 92.3 Nigeria Info.
All right, so we're back, 90.3 Nigeria Info. We are going to give our guest one more trial at this particular topic. Maybe a bit of oversight, maybe a bit of excitement, but fortunately, we caught that early and then he has enough time to get back to the debate. We still have 4 minutes for him, all right? Master John, all right, do you have all your points ready now? Yes, right? Sir. Don't forget, you are arguing for the motion. That's what you chose, right?
Yes, sir.
And that's the paper in front of you. I can see it. So you are arguing for, all right? Now, we're giving you once again 4 minutes on the clock. Your time starts now.
Impartial panel of judges, worthy opponents, forever present moderator, and my wonderful listeners out there. I am Uminawaji John, a student of Community Secondary School Okoronodo, and I strongly support the motion, which is a question. Is it ethical to use animals for entertainment purposes? First of all, before we dive into this crucial topic, what is the use of animals for entertainment purposes? The use of animals for entertainment purposes is the practice of using animals in various forms of entertainment. And here are essential points to buttress my argument. 1. Revenue generation. Animals in the entertainment industries generate significant revenues for local and national businesses. 2. Tourism benefits. Animals in the entertainment industries can be a major draw to tourists, helping economic and local economies and industries. 3. Education and awareness. The use of animals in entertainment industries can create awareness about wildlife and education about biology. 4. Research and science. The use of animals in entertainment industries can make us research more on animals and how they interact with the society. 5. Cultural heritage. Animals have significant cultural heritage in major societies. 6. Risk management. Animals helps reduce the risk management in circuses. With this, I believe I've been able to convince you beyond reasonable doubt on the potential benefits associated with animal entertainment. Thank you.
All right, 1 minute and 48 seconds there for John, Master John there with his opening salvo. It's now time for us to get to listen to the opposer of the motion. Stay tuned. We're back after this break.
This is I Beg to Differ on 92.3 Nigeria Info. The conversation continues in a moment.
All right, so we are back, and now we get to Miss Toyosi this morning. Once again, you can follow us on Facebook and on X at Nigeria Info PH, at Nigeria Info PH. Then for YouTube at Nigeria Info PH 92.3, at Nigeria Info PH 92.3. Miss MaryJane Oluwatoyosi, you are opposing the motion. Good morning once again.
Good morning, sir.
All right, can you hear me, please?
Yes, sir.
All right, so you have the same number of minutes, 4 for the opening salvo. This time around, you are opposing the motion. Your time starts now.
The greatness of a nation and its moral progress can be judged by the way its animals are treated. This is a statement by the Mahatma Gandhi of India, emphasizing the need for compassion and respect towards animals. Before I proceed, let me give honor to whom honor is due. The panel of esteemed judges, the moderator and presenter, Mr. Jude Omamegbe, my opponent here seated, and the audience. My name is Clifford MaryJane Oluwatoyosi from the prestigious vernacular schools here in Eneka, Port Harcourt. The question is it ethical to use animals for entertainment purposes? My response is a categorical no. This means I am not in support of the use of animals for entertainment purposes. The use of animals for entertainment purposes has a long history, starting from the amphitheaters of the Roman Empire, along with the gladiators' combats, to the Mesopotamian empires by the kings of Babylon and Assyria. Now, to the nitty-gritty and crux of the matter, my points are: 1. First and foremost, animals are not actors. It is unethical to use them for spectacles, imprison them, and use them as circus clowns. 2. The use of cruel methods. Animals are carted in cramped, stuffy trailers, caged or chained in filthy enclosures, or even separated from their family and friends, all for the sake of entertainment. Many of them are even forced to perform until the day they die. 3. The use of animals for entertainment is wrong because it treats animals as a means to achieve some human ends. 4. It removes animals from the natural habitat and social structure. 5. Some animals develop a condition called zoochosis, which is so popular in zoos that animals are now being given antidepressants such as Prozac. 6. Some wild animals do not get the chance to choose their mates. 7. Most animals are artificially inseminated so that their offspring can be legally sold and traded to other zoos for entertainment. 8. The use of animals for entertainment can lead to miscarriages, death at birth, or the rejection of their young. All these results have a negative impact on the animal's mental state. 9. It is inhuman to force animals like elephants, bears, apes, and others to perform silly difficult tricks. Some of these wild animals are even difficult to tame down. 10. The use of animals for entertainment poses a high risk of injury or death to both humans and animals, leading to both humans and animals, especially in high-risk activities like circus performances. 11. Some animal entertainment whereby animals are kept in captivity cannot lead to a stable growth, and it also leads to a situation whereby humans misunderstand animals, and also it leads to lack of appreciation to the animals. 12. Animal entertainment can support illegal wildlife trade and also animal trafficking. 13. Animal entertainment can disrupt the ecosystem and also lead to a decline in wildlife population. 14. Animal entertainment can also foster unhealthy human-animal relationships whereby there is dominance and control over animals by humans. Let me end here by quoting a popular statement by the Roman poet Horace, which says, "Sapere aude," and this is my advice to my opponent, meaning think for yourself. Once again, I am Clifford MaryJane Oluwatoyosi. Gracias.
All right, 3 minutes and 45 seconds for her opening statement. It's time for the rebuttals this morning, and that's the opposer of the motion, is going to begin right here on 90.3 Nigeria Info. Stay tuned.
This is I Beg to Differ. The conversation continues in a moment.
Well, Miss MaryJane Oluwatoyosi is on the hot seat this morning. She's rebutting on the argument, is it ethical to use animals for entertainment purposes? As always, it's 4 minutes on the clock. Miss Toyosi, good morning once again.
Good morning, sir.
I'd like to assume that you can hear me.
Yes, sir.
So I'm going to have to clarify. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
All right. So we have 4 more minutes on the clock for you, after which we'll get to the support of the motion and his rebuttal statement. Your time, should you decide to use it, begins now. 4 minutes on the clock.
The panel of esteemed judges and all protocols duly observed. I remain Clifford MaryJane Oluwatoyosi from the prestigious vernacular schools here in Nneka, Port Harcourt. And this is my rebuttal to the points advanced by my opponent. 1. My opponent in his presentation ignored the fact about animal welfare, especially when the animals are subjected to cruelty, neglect, and exploitation. However, I put it to you that animal entertainment over animal well-being is totally unethical. 2. My opponent in one of his points avoided acknowledging the use of cruel training methods such as physical punishment or deprivation. I put it to you again that such methods are not wrong but evil. 3. Also, my opponent failed to take into cognizance the high-risk activities like circus performances which the animals are subjected to. 4. I disagree with my opponent in some of his points. For instance, my opponent mentioned that animal entertainment can help to generate revenue for local economies. Do you know that in that process of generating revenue, the animals can be harmed, hurt, or slightly damaged? It can lead to the death of those animals. And animals in our society these days play an important role. 5. Now, the use of animals for entertainment can also lead to the instability of the nation, whereby if we have a constant death rate of animals each and every year, we will not lead to reduction in the population of animals, and that is a rhetorical question for my opponent. I also have another rhetorical question to ask my opponent. Are you not aware of the dangers that animal entertainment brings to the ecosystem and also to the decline in wildlife population? 7. Again, it is crystal clear that my opponent does not care about the unhealthy human-animal relationship that use of animals for entertainment brings for both humans and animals. Let me remind my opponent that some animal entertainment like circuses and zoos can lack accountability and transparency, and also promote the idea that humans are superior than animals, failing to recognize that animals have emotions, feelings, and needs. I hope with these few and varied points of mine, I'll be able to convince the judges to stand by me on this argument. Thank you.
2 minutes and 30 seconds on the clock. That's what she's used for her rebuttal. It's time for us to get to hear from the supporter of the motion and his rebuttal statements. Good morning.
This is I Beg to Differ on 92.3 Nigeria Info. The conversation continues in a moment.
All right, so we are back. It's time for us to hear the rebuttal statements of the supporter of the motion, and that is Master John. Good morning once again.
Good morning, sir.
Okay, all right. So you know the drill. You've listened to her rebuttal statements. It's time for you to offer yours. We are going to set the clock back to zeros. Your timer is set for 4 minutes. Are you ready, please?
Yes, sir.
Your time starts now.
With all protocols duly observed, I humbly remain Uminawaji John, a student of Community Secondary School Okoronodo. Still on the argument, is it ethical to use animals for entertainment purposes? And I would like to counter my opponent's points. Firstly, my opponent failed to properly articulate the concept of the use of animals for entertainment purposes, while my opponent has highlighted the potential drawbacks and challenges associated with the use of animals for entertainment purposes. She failed to highlight the positive aspect of it. Rather, she talked about 1, risk in animal health. I would like to ask you a question. There is no circus without a human there. So animals are being, you said that animals are being, animals' health are being risked. But if animals are stored in their natural habitat, who is there to take care of them? There is no one. But while they are here with humans can give proper articulation to their health. Secondly, you talked about cruel treatment. I would also like to ask you, what type of cruel treatment were you talking about? Because they are here with humans and they are here to create revenue generation and tourism benefits. So there is no need to talk about cruel treatment. With this, I believe I've been able to convince you on the potential benefits associated with animal entertainment. Thank you.
All right, 1 minute and 43 seconds. John has been able to give his rebuttal statements. We'll take a breather. When we'll come back, the final hurrah for this morning, that is their closing arguments, should be worked on. We'll look forward to having you join us in just about a minute and 30 seconds. Stay tuned right here on 92.3 Nigeria Info.
I Beg to Differ Port Hackers Season 4 from 24 February to March 10. Witness bright young minds make a case as to why they have the superior argument.
Societies do not grow nor assume identities in isolation. Because as Vince Lombardi put it, individual commitment to a group effort is what makes a team work, a company work, a society work, and even a civilization work.
In many developing countries, masses set up their votes to non-people with questionable character. They recycle old corrupt politicians because their corruption scandal makes little or no difference to their voting decision.
Go beyond the tension, show composure, exhibit fluency, show your oratory skills, and win 1 million naira.
It is villain, malicious, uncharitable for you to sum up such temerity to belittle the capacity of our beloved teachers.
I Beg to Differ Season 4, February 24 to March 10. Tune in weekdays 10 a.m. to 12 noon on 92.3 Nigeria Info.
We connect you to the world. We connect you to the vicinity. We are Nigeria Info.
Listen to me, I said this is a real situation and the government has to do something about it.
What are you trying to insinuate? All these people looting Nigeria's money?
This is Nigeria Info, in the heart of Nigeria. 92.3. We are Nigeria Info.
Well, welcome back to I Beg to Differ Debate 2025. My name is Jude Omamigbe, and the second of our quarterfinals for this morning is bringing up a lot of you following us on social media. Some of our listeners and comments already coming through at Nigeria Info PH, at Nigeria Info PH is where you find us on Facebook and on X, and also on YouTube to watch the debate live is at Nigeria Info PH 92.3, at Nigeria Info PH 92.3. So it's time for us to hear the closing arguments. But before we do that, I want to use this moment to especially thank Cat Tech and Co for supporting this debate. You can get your deals, particularly concerning branding, printing and designs with Cat Tech and Co. Call them for your customized school uniforms, school blazers, industrial overall, security wears, cardigans, laboratory coats and more, including sports wears. They are located at Bar Nengi Plaza, Expanse Oil and Gas Filling Station, adjacent to Gulf Estate, Okuru Road, Port Harcourt. Or you can just call 091 350 00846. 091 350 00846. Cat Tech and Co. And also a big thank you to our lead judge, Sir Ikechi Wogo, renowned educationist here in Port Harcourt, taking out the time, and he's here once again listening in the background, making sure we get the very best out of these students. It's time for us to get their final hurrah closing arguments this morning on I Beg to Differ debate. We'll come to Master John, good morning to you.
Good morning, sir.
All right, so you know the rules. It's time for us to get to our final bit of this debate. You are going to be giving us your closing argument. Master Owo Uminawaji John, 3 minutes on the clock. Are you ready?
Yes, sir.
All right, your time starts now.
Sitting courageously before you remains Owo Uminawaji John. Still on the argument, is it ethical to use animals for entertainment purposes? And I would like to conclude this way. Let us declare that the use of animal for entertainment purposes is not just a vision for the future, but a reality that is transforming the way we live. It's time for us to evolve, to recognize the inherent values of animal life, and to support the motion that it is ethical to use animals for entertainment purposes. The use of animal for entertainment purposes is a practice that is justifiable in our society. With the advancement of technology, there is need for us to use animals for entertainment purposes so as to align with technology and improve their heritage. The time for debate is over. The time for action is now. Let us work together to create a society where animal entertainment is globally accepted and enjoyable. With this, I believe I've been able to place you on a balanced scale on the potential benefits associated with animal entertainment. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much. 1 minute and 16 seconds on the clock. That's what we have there from Master John's time. Now time for us to get to listen to the closing argument from Miss Clifford, MaryJane Oluwatoyosi. Stay tuned.
This is I Beg to Differ on 92.3 Nigeria Info. The conversation continues in a moment.
All right, so we are back. Time for us to get to hear the final statement. Bottom of the hour, the microphone turns over to Miss Clifford, MaryJane Oluwatoyosi. Miss Oluwatoyosi, good morning once again.
Good morning, sir.
Okay, all right. Can see how pensive you are. You're grabbing onto the table. It's time for you to give us your final argument. Are you ready, please?
Yes, sir.
All right, you know the rules. 3 minutes on the clock. Your time starts now.
When we exploit animals for our own entertainment, we do not only harm them, but also ourselves by perpetuating a culture of cruelty and disregard. The use of animals for entertainment is a relic of the bygone era, and now it's time for us to evolve and recognize that animals are not ours to use for entertainment. As a society, we must recognize the inherent and inherent values and dignity of animals, and therefore give them the respect and compassion that they desire. With this, I therefore tell you that I firmly believe that the use of animals for entertainment is unethical and should be abolished. I leave the judges to rise above board and do justice to this argument. Merci beaucoup.
All right, 53 seconds on the clock. Yeah, on a minute. It has to be said that's probably the fastest closing remark we've had so far during this debate. But before we say goodbye to them, we'll take a quick break and then we'll get to talk with them for a minute or two. Stay tuned.
I Beg to Differ Port Hackers Season 4. From 24 February to March 10, witness bright young minds make a case as to why they have the superior argument.
Societies do not grow nor assume identities in isolation. Because as Vince Lombardi put it, individual commitment to a group effort is what makes a team work, a company work, a society work, and even a civilization work.
In many developing countries, masses sell up their votes to non-people with questionable character. They recycle old corrupt politicians because their corruption scandal makes little or no difference to their voting decision.
Go beyond the tension, show composure, exhibit fluency, show your oratory skills, and win 1 million naira.
It is villain, malicious, uncharitable for you to sum up such temerity to belittle the capacity of our beloved teachers.
I Beg to Differ Season 4, February 24 to March 10. Tune in weekdays 10 a.m. to 12 noon on 92.3 Nigeria Info.
We connect you to the world. We connect you to the vicinity. We are Nigeria Info.
Listen to me, I said this is a real situation and the government has to do something about it.
What are you trying to insinuate? All these people looting Nigeria's money?
This is Nigeria Info, in the heart of Nigeria.
92.3.
We are Nigeria Info.
All right, so we bring both of our contestants to the microphone. Johnny and John, I beg your pardon, and Miss Toyosi. Good morning to you both.
Good morning, sir.
All right, so you guys can now both relax. You guys were scribbling, were writing points, listening, counterpoints, and all of that. So let me ask this, and either of you can jump in when I'm done. So now that we've had your schools, battle for the second time, interestingly, in a row on the same day, do you guys think this is going to make your schools become better friends?
Yes, sir.
You think so?
Yes, sir.
Now, prior to the debate, Mr. Toyosi, Oluwatoyosi, have you heard of his school before?
Yes, sir. My cousin actually attended our school, but now she has graduated.
Okay. What about you, Mr. John? Is this your first time meeting anybody from her school?
No, sir.
So you know people from her school?
Yes, just one or two.
Okay. Well, now you guys obviously are in the thick of things, because right now the whole of River State, and indeed all our listeners across the Federation, and indeed even the world, now know there are two different schools who have been going at it tongue and tussle for a few days now. So I'm going to ask you guys, whilst I wait for the results to come through, to please give a big shout out to your school and indeed your friends. I'm going to start with you, Mr. Oluwatoyosi.
Okay, first of all, I would like to thank my principal and director, because they encouraged me and my schoolmate that came here to do better and strive for the best. And I also love to shout out to my mom. She has helped me so much, and I think without her, I wouldn't have been here today.
What about you, Master John?
Well, I'll give a big shout out to my teachers, Mrs. Chinonso Onyeneke, Mrs. Quinette, and Mrs. Grace. They've been a backbone to me. They've helped me all through this debate, and the entire staff of Community Secondary School Okoronodo. Indeed, we are blessed to have them as teachers. And then my principal, he's indeed a good man. He helped me and my friend. He said that we are going to go there and we'll do exploits. Not just here, but in the world, we are going to do exploits. So I'll say a big shout out to my friends also, who hyped me and said we are going to do exploits.
All right. So exploits indeed have been done because you both came through screening processes and to have gone through the first round, the previous round, and indeed all the rounds, because like I said, we had several hundreds of entries, and to have you guys be narrowed down to come through, it was not a very easy task. So a big thank you to both of you, and I really appreciate you both. And I do hope your schools, what's your school again?
Community Secondary School, Okoronodo.
Okay, Community Secondary School, Okoronodo. And yours?
Fenocare Schools, Port Harcourt.
Well, you have fantastic representatives from your schools, to those who manage these schools, and to those who could not make it or who did not qualify, and you are from this school. So if you're from this school, you're in JSS2 or JSS3 or SS1 or SS2. Hopefully, fingers crossed, next year's edition, we would like to have more from both of you, because these schools have been very impressive so far during the course of the debate. It's time for us, however, to get to the business end of this program this morning. So the results have been collated. They've now been sent to me. It is my job, my responsibility, a very difficult one, to announce the results of the winner of this particular debate. Once again, the aim of these debates, not to find out who is right or wrong, but to be able to determine who is able to give out their points, who is able to have a conversation, and most importantly, who is able to counter the points of his or her opponent. It is not about who is right or wrong, it's about who is able to speak. We are priming the future debaters of our economy, of our government, and indeed our society, hopefully from these types of debates. So, to the big task ahead of me. Our lead judge, Saikechi Wogo, other judges have sent in their results. Judge 1 scores that round 21 for Master John and 42 for Miss Oluwatoyosi. Judge 2 scores that round 28 for Master John and for Miss Oluwatoyosi 33. And Judge 3 scores that round 30 points for Master John and for Miss Oluwatoyosi 52 points. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, it means we have another unanimous decision. And that is the winner of this round is Miss MaryJane Oluwatoyosi. A big applause for her. Well done. Okay, all right, debates. You can now both go into the conference room. And a big thank you to all our listeners and indeed to the supporters of this particular program. There's a lot more to come. Tomorrow we have further debates and indeed more heartbreaks and indeed more elation. It's sad that everybody will not be able to go home with that pat on the back, but you will all go home with a sense of pride because you came. Not just all that made it there were those who came through, but those of them who you heard on the microphone, they did come through. So a big thank you to them. Who is going to go through tomorrow? Well, 10 a.m., you should be here because you and I will find out on I Beg to Differ debate.